Oh, I'm here, right, got it.
Oh, yeah. So you probably sang it for the show?
No.
Never?
I never even didn't know it until Darren.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
But considering I went to Doobie's with
Oh, yeah.
it's not one.
Welcome to the Crafty Music Tips YouTube channel. This is the behind the sounds video for the wonderful Doobie Brothers song Long Train Running. Now, if you've been watching the Sing It Live channel for a week or a year or two, you would have noticed that there's not one but two Marinos either behind the drum kit or playing some percussion. And so finally on this channel, we have a chance to get some insight on what it's like to be in the Sing It Live studio, holding some sticks or banging some things. Now, as you know, it's not always, bright lights, smoke. Well, music industry is smoke and mirrors, isn't it? Because for me, I'm currently in the back of my van in between a sound check and a gig later. So
Love it.
because Michael just got off the plane, so the only way that we could do this where we actually get the Marino father and son drumming percussion combo that they are together in one place to finally have a chat with a behind the sound Sing It Live video is now. So we're going to do it now. Are you guys ready?
We're ready to do it.
Excellent. So guys, let's just go back, I guess. Let's just start perhaps where we met as people and musos, as well as like how you guys met Darren, I guess. I think the first time I reckon I heard Mario's name because Mario, you've been, the drummer god around town, teaching people how to play drums, teaching people by showing us how it's done, I guess, as well, by doing lots of gigs and whatnot. But you and I didn't meet first. It was Michael that was filling in with a band that I've been playing with for however long. How did you guys meet Darren and get into the whole Sing It Live thing?
Well, first of all, a long time ago, just in a recording, doing some recording for Adelaide Recording Studios. It was back in 2017. I got asked to do the HSCC sessions, and that's where that relationship happened. And obviously it's turned into Sing It Live, and we've continued the association, and it's good fun. And Michael, I don't know, Michael?
Well, I've seen you do the Highness Street with Darren and met him through that.
Yeah.
And I got offered once you kind of did the Sing It Live stuff and needed another drummer, so I lucky enough with my dad in the music industry, I got the call.
Well, a bit of a history lesson is, Michael, you were with me and Darren and the other guys with the first song that was recorded for Sing It Live. And then I guess it was only a matter of time. It was actually the next one that Mario was in when we did, I think it was Rosanna.
Could have been, Rosanna, that's all right.
Yeah. There's been so much music happen in the studio. I get a good feeling knowing, like when I'm driving there, it's like, oh, something's good going to happen. That's sort of how I feel. How do you guys feel about your association with it and how it's been going?
I love it. It's just home, my drums stay there. They're in the same spot. The seat's there. It just feels great. It's just make sure that you know the song, prep for the song. And I love the sound in there. It's all, we've all got in-ears, so I'm happy with the sound. I feel comfortable. I don't know who's going to be on the session, so I love it that I don't know. Sometimes I know who the singer is, I know what the song is, and it's just great. Okay, who's going to be on this today? And it's just great to see what's going to happen.
That's a good word, that, comfortable. I know what you mean. Like, even when there's some hairy moments with a song or with equipment, everybody's just all in it together. Darren's the master, so yeah, I know what you mean. I do feel comfortable there. It is good. Michael, what about you? How do you feel like in the room and whatnot? Because you're a little bit younger than some of us.
Yeah, I guess it's been great with the consistency, being in the same room, and like Dad said, especially with the drums being there, is really handy. I remember the first few, we didn't have that kit in there that's been in and out for almost half the year, but I remember in the first one we did
Longer.
Yeah, I remember in the first one we did, we were bringing in drum kits, so that was another thing we had to set up. So it's just another thing you don't have to really worry about. He's got to fine tune, mics are already there. He's got all these presets, so it really is handy to come in and just, okay, I just need another song, like Dad said. And yeah, it's been good that we've done more than one or two, so it's really comfortable. Okay, we're gonna check it over the form, and then we'll have a few takes. And sometimes it's fun when we've only got 5 minutes before he's going to pick up his son, and we make it work. So yeah, it's good.
Nice.
What you looking for, Zoran?
Oh, you're going 58. Run out of 57s. I've got a 57 here. How is it like having a son sometimes in the room or sometimes doing it when you're not there, Mario? And Michael, like, what's it like having your dad there and stuff like that?
For me, it's special. I love it. It's just, he's an extension of myself. So to have that is, I couldn't want anything more. Having him is, it's the best thing to experience. So yeah, I love it when I see him doing it. And if we do it together, they're always special sessions to do it together.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. Yeah, I mean, I've got all my music from Dad. So yeah, to be able to then, perform with Dad, even though in the sessions I definitely give him stick, and he definitely always cops it, even though he's given me everything up until this point. So even sometimes when I don't show that I'm very grateful, I am. And yeah, it's a blessing to be in the same room. And even sometimes we're busy, so we don't even get to hang out. So it's not really hanging out, but at least, for an hour or so we're doing the same job, which is handy. So it's really, normally, as drummers, it's always I'm filling in, or he's filling in for me, or he's down the other side of town, I'm somewhere else. So it's really cool to be able to, even though it's really quick, so sometimes we don't even really stop to think about it. But yeah, it really is a blessing. So yeah, it's awesome.
You'd think that we'd be jamming all the time every day. It's just not like that. It's not great. So being able to do that is awesome. And do it in my lunch break, which is pretty much what we do. We do it in my lunch break. I'm doing something and then I'll rush there, then I'll go pick it off and rush and do something else, So it's in my lunch break, really. That's when we're doing it. That's how it all gets done.
Well, that's a pretty cool lunch break.
It's awesome. Love it.
Shaun, which one are you on? Which one are you on in the chorus?
Oh, the top one.
How would you guys describe the other one in regards to, like, as a drummer, like what the style is like? Because I noticed, Mario, that I can kind of tell if I shut my eyes how you play versus how Michael is. I wouldn't really know how to describe it, though. It's just a feeling that I get. You both are similar, you've got the same last name, but you each have your own style as well, your own individual way of going about it. So how would you describe either yourself or the other one?
I think he's an amazing drummer. I think he's
an amazing drummer too. I've learned everything from him. So
he's so in the pocket. He's got chops to boot. I'm not a choppy guy. I'm a song guy. I just keep it simple. I'm a keep it simple type of guy. Play for the groove, play for the time, play for the song. Make it feel as good as I can make it feel. If I have to take notes away, I'll take notes away. So it's got to feel good for me. Michael's a perfectionist and he hears things I don't. He's definitely the more improved of me by miles. So he can do 1,000 more things that I can do on the drums. Yeah, and in the pocket, anyway.
Yeah, I guess the perfectionist comes where he's got to pay for the bills and I can stay at home and listen to the songs a million times. So that's also part of it as well. So, but when he's had the, Buddy Rich and Dave Weckl and, 10-minute drum solos at all the events, So as a kid, I'm just mucking around with all that stuff. But watching him play night in, night out, and he's just playing the groove, slowly learning that playing, a rock beat, people make, a living out of just playing a rock beat, and he does that amazingly well. He's always simple and he's always rock solid. Everyone always says to me, yeah, his groove is the best thing ever. He just sits there, he plays the groove, stays out everyone's way, and I've learned a lot from that. From being a kid, you know, watching the drum solos, I want to play all the busy stuff, and you know, Dad settled me down. He's like, yeah, so you got to play the song, man. And so really, really blessed. But I think also, I guess being a little bit younger, you know, like I said, also, yes, I got a lot more time to kind of know the songs by ear and kind of, you know, really listen to it, where he's always got work or bills to pay, everything. So he's charting everything out, and he's got those awesome skills to do that and just rock up and chart it and have it ready. Also, I guess, younger, so memory is a little bit easier when he's got less time. But it's amazing. He's always here, a couple seconds, does the chart. Well, I've never really done that, where I'm just been lucky at the moment I've got time. So you know, getting deep dive into the songs and really listening to them 1,000 times and then rocking up and doing it that way. So that, in that way, that's also a little bit different too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He can remember the whole show.
I've got more time than you,
and
I'm also younger.
I can't. I gotta chart it. I just can't remember it anymore. I used to be able to do that sort of stuff, but not anymore. I need it charted, just to jog my memory. You know, even if I don't look at the chart all the time, it's just, oh yeah, that's right, that's there, and just gives me a roadmap.
Yeah, Michael, I remember, I don't know what the song was, but there was at least one, maybe a couple of times where Darren's rang you, say, like the day before or earlier that morning, or, you know, you've got no notice whatsoever. What do you do in those instances?
Recently, I hadn't been on it for a while, and I remember the first one was the AC/DC tune, and it just so happened that I've been teaching my students that one for 2 terms. Okay, here's the first bar, you know, with all the students. It's like, oh, you know the song, because that's been showing all of them that. But I don't know, sometimes they're not as, maybe they play themselves a little bit more, or sometimes I just like, yeah, I just have to have them on repeat. I'm always like on the way kind of playing the song on the drive there.
We all do that.
Yeah.
Definitely
So
do that.
helps.
Yep.
In those instances, I try to get the key bits and then kind of
Wing it.
yeah. I always try to get the vibe of some of the feels, the iconic. Okay, this is iconic. This you can kind of get away with. This part I really want to make an effort to try to leave that as a song. Also, some bits, 10-15% of it, maybe like we'll see what happens on the day, because Darren or someone's always like, do this a little bit differently, do that a little bit differently. I guess that's come from my experience of, yeah, luckily been doing this, but you know, for the first times I'd like, every note in the song, and then from going to rehearsals and stuff, people are like, man, you don't have to play it like, it's cool, but you don't need to do that. Just like know the bits that are like, you know, form, the real important bits, and then, you know, let everything be how someone says on the day. Know the iconic bits enough to maybe even just do the drum fill a little bit slightly different, but you're paying respect to the original.
So, Michael, you're sometimes on percussion, sometimes on kit. Mario, I think you've always been on kit, but you've got a couple of other tips and tricks up your sleeve, don't you? What do you guys like the most? Is it the drum kit? Is it being able to do a few different things? What do you like?
I like it all. I like singing sometimes. I like being able to do a bit of singing background when I get a chance. The thing is, with Sing It Live, it's a little bit different to what we used to do in the early days with HSCC, because I'd chart the HSCC stuff, rock up there, and it's completely different to the original. So whatever I've charted, it's completely different. So I got to the stage where, okay, this is the song. I'll listen to it, get a basic idea, but it's going to be something. Whereas this is, okay, we're going to do it pretty much the same as the original. And I'm flat out all the time, so it's always a last minute thing for me. You know, I'm generally not looking at it until, well, let's be honest here, probably the night before. Sometimes earlier, sometimes it's been the morning of the session, You know, I'd get up early and have a listen and chart it, or look for the charts online if I can get them online. More than likely, most of the time it's not. What do I enjoy doing? I like to dip my toes into a lot of things. I've played a bit of bass here and there, singing. I love percussion. I'm not as good as Michael is, but I love to do a bit of percussion. Bit of everything, it's cool. Dabble in everything. I'm a bad piano player, bad guitar player, but I like playing them for my own enjoyment. What about you?
Yeah, I guess I'm lucky again with the percussion stuff. Dad got me into that pretty young with being in some Latino bands. So obviously that brings you to a whole world of all different percussion, which I was never interested in before. It was always the drum kit. But yeah, you know, handy. Dad also has all the gear, so there's always a lot around.
There's
the
a
house
reason for it.
Yeah, so you know, it's always been around for me to fiddle with, and yeah, so that's kind of how that started. And again, I mean, Dad hasn't dabbled, but I've had the time to dabble and kind of do that where Dad hasn't. But he's again probably the reason why I even dabbled in the first place, and because of that, got a bit more of an understanding. Being part of bands that had those percussion instruments, and then also going on to uni and playing in the Latin band, that really got me into playing the actual percussion instruments other than playing drum kit on stuff. So I was originally playing drum kit in those type of bands that had percussion because I was never into hand percussion and that, but then slowly through uni and stuff, got more into giving that a go, and actually sometimes, yeah, even through COVID, before COVID and even through COVID, I was actually probably dabbling more in the timbales and congas and all that music that has that percussion instruments in more than drums at that point. So yeah,
he's pretty modest. He just did a gig with the ASO with one of the Latino legends, Lazaro Numa, and he's played with the Afro-Cuban All-Stars, and he's also a trumpet player for
the Cat Empire.
The Cat Empire. And Michael was a featured artist on timbales for that gig, so he more than dabbles. He's pretty damn good at it. So yeah, he's a bit modest, this boy.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
So we do the full outro,
There's a
and then
rip
we
on
go
the
Okay, cool.
For me, I find that whether it's something only little or something kind of big, I'm always kind of learning something, whether it's, you know, a section of a song or a like a little technique or something like that. Do you guys find that it's a good learning experience, you know, in some way, shape or form, doing Sing It Live?
By doing it with Sing It Live, you delve in and you get right into the nitty-gritty of what it's all about, the form, little bits and pieces. You know, you've got to record it. You want it to sound half reasonable, do justice. So, yeah, always learning, always learning.
For me, I guess, being younger, some of the songs I've never really listened to or heard before, or maybe in passing, but don't really know or remember who the artist is from the name, but know the song. But so some of them are like a complete join the dots for me, and then like I'll be out somewhere and I go, that's a Sing It Live song. I know that song because I've Sing It Live. So there's a lot of music that I didn't really know of. Dad's played everything to me under the sun, but not everything has stuck in my brain more than other stuff. But yeah, it really that's a Sing It Live song because I had to really nitpick and like work that one out. And I guess kind of similar with what Dad said, like the other week, like I had a cover gig and the band wanted to do Footloose, and it's like, we did the video. I was like, okay, check the video, let's have a look, because I was like, haven't done it since then. It's completely different when you're not doing it in Sing It Live, but you've actually had to go and properly learn the song. It's different when it's like, then you got to go play in the cover band setting with someone else. So, it's pretty tricky. This is how we did it though. So you go back and have a look. But so that type of stuff's been cool for me as well. Just discovering the music that's been chosen to be on the channel, and
So the song that is coming up this weekend is Long Train Running by the Doobie Brothers. Michael, had you played that before?
I definitely know the song, definitely know the band, but I don't think I've ever had to play it on kit. But yeah, definitely know the song. So that
Mario,
was
you would have played it once or thrice.
Yeah, a few hundred times in my lifetime.
Do you guys remember anything about the day when we did it? It wasn't that long ago, a few weeks ago. Do you have any memories of the
Chaos.
actual record?
Many people. That's probably the most people that I reckon I've been in there with.
It's going to be a great track. I remember thinking, this is cooking. This feels really good. That sort of thing, that sort of tune is where I sit. That's where I'm my most comfortable.
I felt kind of a bit bad for Darren because he was like running around for all the people, and then we all just left and it was all done. It was just like all that build up to like, it was like a party. I enjoyed it because it was like everyone was there. It's like, hey, it's like killer. It was awesome. Normally not everyone's there. So that was cool. But I felt, could see he was quite like a lot of people to deal with. Everything, this goes wrong. Then you guys had a problem with the wireless on the guitar. And I just remember we did it like after, there was more technical issues in the running time of what we played. And then we just did it, and then everyone, yeah, we're done. And it's just crazy. He has to do all that, and it's done. Everyone leaves, and it's like, all right, well, that's it. So it's well, it's weird. That's how it is.
It was a fun session.
Out of all of the Sing It Live songs, what's been your favourite that you've been a part of?
What's been the favourite? That's a really good question, man. It's a hard one. That's a real hard one.
I love Call Me. Call Me was fun. I never really knew that song or knew that it was that popular, but just the energy in the room, and one of my favourites. And I think one of the most viewed videos that I've been on the channel. So I love doing that one.
Yeah, nice.
For me, Rosanna, it's the most memorable one. If I think about the sessions, it's like Rosanna Toto. Don't stuff it up, because if you do, you're a fool.
I remember hearing you straight away out of the gate going, like getting that kind of the Picaro Purdy shuffle, isn't it? And you just came out straight away and just nailed it. And I remember thinking, oh, this is going to go all right, because you and I had met, Mario. I don't know if we'd played together. That might have been the first day that we did play together, I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Heard a lot about you, seen you, met you, but didn't really play together.
It's just the way that it happens, isn't it? You see people around, and it's interesting, isn't it? You know, we live in Adelaide, South Australia, and we're out there playing at certain gigs or whatever. Whereas when we just go into that small little room at Darren's and hit record, then there's all these people from Greenland and Asia and Puerto Rico and like everywhere that are just saying, hey, great job, and it's lovely, isn't it? How do you guys experience that?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, you get people contacting you from who knows where. It's great. I'm happy that, you know, it's going out to all around the world, which is, it feels good.
Nice.
Feels great that people appreciate what you're doing, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'll sign off by saying that my favourite thing that you guys have done that I've been in the room for, Mario, the end feel that you did in Reelin' in the Years.
Oh, yes.
That was superb. That deserves a round of applause. And Michael, that crazy stuff you were doing in Chandelier. That was great.
Yeah, fun one, yeah.
So yeah, guys, keep up the good work and keep on doing all of your great drumming and percussioning and everything that you do. I'm sure that everyone that's been watching the Sing It Live channel will appreciate hearing your words in this video. So thanks for your time today, and all the best. We'll see you back at Darren's soon, hey?
No worries.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us on. It's an honour.
No
Cheers.
worries. Good on you guys. What a great chat. Thanks very much for your time, guys. And for you watching at home, I hope you learnt something. Let us know in the comments below. Give them some love, will you? What bloody legends. Now, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the Sing It Live channel. And also, if you found this video interesting, check out one of the other behind the sound videos here on the Crafty Music Tips YouTube channel. Now, I'll just leave you by saying that wherever you are on your music journey, you don't have to do every single thing right now. Just do the next thing. We'll see you soon. Cheers.